offensively. We haven't obviously had that huge stretch where we were up one, what it was, 19-0 run. So credit Villanova, obviously, one of the best programs in the country, and obviously we showed how far away we are from being there today with our performance in front of a great crowd. Wish we could have gave them something that last 17 minutes, but obviously a really brutal last 17 minutes for us.
Questions for the players, please? Over here.
Christian, I think you guys were up 36-35, and we had that long run. How did that unfold or unravel? What did you see in that stretch?
We just didn't make enough plays, like Coach said, give credit to Villanova. They made it a lot harder, to get those easy looks that we were getting in the beginning of the game, or how we got the lead. So I'll just say, credit to Villanova. They did a pretty good job defensively, and then we just got to know where we need to be on offense. And then when plays are not going the way we expect them to, we need our older guards like Tariq, Jalen, and myself and Smith. We just need to make a play for the team. Sometimes that's just what it comes down to.
Right here.
Tariq, what do you think when you get in these ruts and you're it takes you so long to get out of when you run back by?
As a team, man, we just gotta stay together, stay locked in, and stick to our game plan. We didn't stick to our game plan. We relaxed. We came out relaxed. Give credit to Villanova.
Anything else for the players? I'm sorry.
Busy non-conference schedule, a lot of tough games, finals week, like week off, post-finals. What are you guys going to do in this next week and a half before conference play starts? What's the mentality?
I'll say, well, one, we get to see our families. I think it would be nice to see that. We've been away from our families for a while. I think just, get away from basketball just for a couple seconds, just to depress a little bit. And then we just got to lock in. We got to come back to campus, really lock in, understanding what we need to do and the position that we're in if we want to play in March.
For this team, our hunger has to go up. We got in these type of games, we gotta want to win. That's just what it comes down to.
Anything else for the players? You all good? Okay. Thank you very much.
Dan, you've obviously followed the Javon Quinley saga from afar. Kind of had a little bit of a breakout game today. What did you see from him offensively and defensively?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really. Sorry, Zach, but I haven't really covered much of his saga. I got my own. I have my own, program that we're. I thought he was obviously with Gillespie out. He got a chance to play more. And he looked, he looked functional. Out there, he was able to get paint. We bailed him out with some lack of discipline. Put him on the free throw line. Didn't take very, good angles. So I'm happy for him.
Sorry. All the way back, please.
Dan, the bad stretches you mentioned went from a little bit bad and really got away today. Is there something, kind of a common theme to those occurrences? Is there anything with approach or execution or even fatigue maybe? Is there anything that stands out that was really most concerning to you?
I don't think it's any of those things. I mean, execution, listen, Villanova was switching every screen, right? When a team switches every screen, unless you have a big that you can throw the ball into, try to go high-low, make them pay for the switch, which obviously is not, part of the way we're currently constituted. You've got to be able to go by somebody, get in the paint, land, spray the ball, or finish at the rim. And but for me, I just think it's more of I don't want to say a here we go again thing, but it's just like, it's a mindset. When things start going badly, you got to get more determined. You got to get more solid. You got to trust your teammates more. You got to hunt offense less and try to get more stops and set better screens. Like that's how you get yourself out of bad stretches. Not by making a Hezo 17-foot pull-up. Like, you're not going to score your team out of trouble. You got to kind of play your team out of trouble by being solid, and I think that that's just something that it's going to take us a little bit of time maybe to build and change that here we go again mindset where things just seem to spiral and unravel.
Yeah, obviously Villanova lost a lot of good players from last year's team, but they still have at least a couple of real veteran winning type players. Do you think that they made a big difference today? Is that something maybe you guys need a little bit more of?
Yeah, I mean, the two best players today, I mean, Pascal was just put on a show during that stretch, and we guarded him well in the first half when our defense was in front of our bench, and we could kind of help them through what we were trying to do with doubling the post and helping. And then when it went to the other end, it seemed like we just kind of lost containment on everything we wanted to do. But you want to win games. Game like this, great players, best players, and 21 points on 12 shots. Phil Booth, 18 points on 6 shots. I mean, that's what great players do. Top players, that's what they do.
All the way in the back, please.
Dan, could you talk a little about Jalen State? I mean, you struggled in a lot of different areas. What would you like to see more of, and what did you see that you didn't like?
Yeah, I just think, I liked how he drove it at times. He had a couple of good days of practice. Like he got himself mentally, ready to go today. It just, it didn't, it didn't go down for him. If there's probably, I didn't mind the threes he took. We want him to shoot the threes. We need him in games like this, to perform at a high level for us to have a chance to win. So there's a lot of pressure on him, to do it. But I thought he had a good mindset. The ball just didn't drop. If anything, I mean, just eliminate some of those tough 2 pull-ups, some of those 15-footers, some of those 17-foot contested pull-ups. I would say if there was anything offensively that I didn't like what he did, it was probably just that. And then the turnovers, like our guards as a group again, just 12 turnovers for 3 starting guards. That's tough.
Doesn't make a 25-point difference, but any reason Eric didn't get in there at all?
Yeah, just,
Just guys pass up.
yeah, I mean, it's just, we're day to day, when you're at where we're at as a program, your day-to-day effort and how you show up to practice and, and your attitude and mindset, for this staff, when you're trying to build a culture and you're trying to build a strong organization, you have to you got to put tons of value in the way guys show up every day and how hard they're getting after it. And that's not to say that Eric isn't. It's just that Kasum really is coming on and giving great effort, and Eric's got to do more to unseat some of those guys. And defensively today would have been a tough ask for him. And ball screen defense, when they play Roundtree at the 5, would have been tough. And then they played Pascal at the 5 a lot, and that obviously wouldn't have been a very good matchup for UConn.
Anything specific you want to work on for the team going into conference play?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I don't think there's an area that we're necessarily, excelling. I mean, we play hard. We got to become a better passing team. We got to get tough. Obviously, we got to become a little bit tougher-minded team when stuff starts going sideways for us. We've got to be able to dig our heels in the ground and get a stop, or step into a big shot and make it, do something to stop the bleeding. I'm not sure what drill that is. That's more of a day-to-day work thing. But I just don't, with where we're at as a team, it's not an area where we can't get better. So it's, day-to-day, it's pretty much everything.
We've got 2 more here and then right here.
And I know about a month or so ago you talked about maybe going to a slower offense if they didn't cut the turnovers down. Is that still something that you consider as a possible answer, or are you just committed to the style?
Well, it's a good question. We have a bunch of days to ponder that. Just just looking at it preseason, you know, you're saying to yourself, our best way of attacking, if we really have a really great stable of guards, the best way for us to go is, you know, is to try to, you know, push the pace, get the ball down the court quickly, attack, you know, and attack with, you know, with a bunch of skilled guards and, you know, without exactly like a stable of bigs to throw it into. So, you know, but I think obviously gonna have to have a much shorter leash with these guys coming back from the holidays, and shorter leash in terms of if you're not responsible with the ball during the course of the game, you're gonna have to come out, you know, when you don't value it the way you should. So, but no, we'll be committed to the pace that we're gonna play at. I just have to hold these guys probably more accountable when they do turn the ball over to get them right out of there so that they understand. But again, you know, Villanova had 19 of them, you know, and I think they had 12 of them at halftime. So, you know, they played far from a perfect game.
What do you think of the leadership you're getting on the team? I mean, like during times when things start to go south, the guys coming together, is there somebody, do you ever think you need to pull guys together at that point? I mean,
I just think, you know, like who's, they try, man. These guys are trying, but, you know, we haven't won a lot. I mean, we haven't won a lot of big games the last, I guess, almost, you know, 2 1/3 of a year, you know, or 2 years and through 13 games. Like, there's just, you know, 30 wins, you know what I mean? Like, there's just not a guy that maybe, you know, can rally the troops, because it there hasn't been a lot of rallying moments to this point. So, but they're trying. I mean, you can see them in the huddles. You know, the guys are talking, and I mean, no, these guys have played their heart out. They've done it the whole year, but playing hard isn't good enough. You know, you've got to take care of the ball. You know, you got to take the right shot. I mean, it's everything for us, from leadership to screening.
Thanks.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
Thank you.